Hi, Helen, and thanks for joining me today.
Hi, Dana. Thank you for having me today.
That's all right. So, everyone, this week we are celebrating inspiring mums, and Helen is one inspiring mum because I had discovered just this morning how many children Helen actually has. So, Helen, can you share with everyone how many children you have?
Yes, I have 7 children.
That's 7 children, everyone.
Yeah, we've been married for 36 years or something, and and we were blessed with 7 beautiful children.
Wow. 4 girls.
I've got 3 boys, and then I have 4 girls.
So did you have the 3 boys first and the 4 girls after?
Yeah.
And any twins, or are they all individual? Twins?
Everyone is they're all individual, but I must say, I think boys are much harder when they're younger, and girls are much harder in the teenage hormone years.
That's exactly the same thing, because when the boys are little, you can't really give them a colouring in book, can you?
No, you have to run around
out and play in the dirt. And little girls will sit and colour, but then when they get older, the emotional side kicks in, whereas boys just want to go and play in the dirt. So yeah.
Exactly.
I totally agree with you, Helen. So Helen, how old's your eldest and how old's your youngest?
Okay, my eldest is 34 and my youngest is 21. So yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And a long way away. How have you gone in the last year with COVID? And
well, some of them are close by, but I've got one in Canada with 4 grandkids, and in the UK. She's still single, and then I've got one out at Forbes, one out at Coffs Harbour, one in Melbourne. So we've done a lot of FaceTime. So yeah.
Oh, that's good. So you've coped okay. It's hard, isn't it?
It's very hard. It is hard because you just want to go and be with them, especially the Melbourne ones, because and I've got one in Wagga. I forgot the one in Wagga. That didn't sound like enough. But he was in Melbourne for the COVID.
So Helen, because you're an inspiring mum, can you tell us what was one of the best things about being a mum to 7 children?
I don't know. We just loved it. We had so much fun. We played. But we homeschooled as well, so that made it even more interesting. So but we just enjoyed being together. I'm sure we argued and fought as well. Like, it's just normal, right? So
that's it, isn't it? And I have my son with me at the moment, as you know, and we played tennis yesterday, and we were on the way home and we were talking something about money or whatever. And I said to him and his girlfriend, guys, all I know is that it is these times of hanging together, having fun, having a laugh, and the memories of the fun is what makes life worthwhile. I said, money's important, like it helps you, but I said it's that fun and hanging together that makes it. And so I totally get that, because we had a lot of fun as well. So we
did really stupid things, and tea parties on top of the birdcage, and stupid things, but
that we all love, and they love the memories as well. And so Helen, do you have all these photos your kids go through when they come to visit?
Yes. Well, now of course they put them all up on Facebook, and the memories come up. So and that's quite fun too, when you go, oh yeah, remember that?
Yeah, I know. And you think how time flies when you see that.
Yeah, it does. Time really goes fast.
And so Helen, what was the hardest thing about being a mum to 7 children?
I think it's when your kids are not happy and you're trying to help them through the tough times. And sometimes there's nothing you can do. You have to sit there, and if they're sick, or those times I think are the hardest, when it's completely out of your control, and there's nothing you can do. But you're still there, and and
that is exactly what I said as well. It's like allowing your children to live the journey and not control their journey, but still be there for them, to support them in those often hard times, isn't it?
It is, because be so much easier if you could just say, okay, we're doing this and that's where we're all going.
And if we can just fix their pain, we're happy, but it's not what it's about, is it?
No, not at all. So no, that's right. They have to experience that too. So yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
but I'm so with you, but I guess it's an opportunity for us to be able to help them become resilient. That's what I keep thinking. So
I
that,
think so. And they become their own individuals through
yeah,
that. And they become tough and they become, they just grow, don't they? And find their feet. Yeah. I think it's nice to watch them finding their own feet and their own personalities, their own, who
yeah,
am I? Yeah.
lovely.
Yeah.
Do love,
Yeah.
love the kids. So Helen, can I just ask you? You have chosen to find time for your health and your fitness, and obviously your children have grown up now, but can I ask, like, I would imagine when there were 7 children at home that would be totally very difficult to get time for yourself. Was that the case or not?
It was, but I think you find excuses all the time. It's much easier to say, I don't have time to do this because, and when I look back on it now, I should have said, no, I need this time. I'm just going, it won't be long and everyone will survive. And I would encourage other mums, just make the time because you have to do it. You pay now or pay later. It's like, yeah. And so, I ended up with 20 kilos of excess weight because I didn't take the time for myself and didn't look after myself. And I think sometimes you're so consumed by the running from one event to the next, and it does become consuming, but you have to, I realize now, you have to make time for yourself, because if you're not functioning, nothing else is functioning either. So you've got to make time for yourself. And it's not a selfish thing. It's, no. It's a good thing to do.
I agree, because I've had so many mums in their 40s in my 30-year experience, and they will say to me, I really want to lose weight, and then they'll say, I don't have time because I've got to take the kids here, I've got a husband, I've got a family, I work. And I so agree with you, because what's happening is these women, because they're choosing not to put themselves in their list, is they end up being quite frustrated, resentful, sad, because they no longer like that they're not healthy and fit, and all that goes along with it.
And you lose confidence as well. I did. I think you lose your self-confidence, and you don't want to go out because you think, oh, I just look revolting, and I did. I just lost a lot of confidence in myself, and it was just easier to hide at home and keep pounding on the kilos and make excuses, and I thought, then I stumbled across your program actually, and I thought, wow, I don't have to go anywhere. This is fantastic. And I've got no excuse. And I think, that was that really attracted me. So
yeah. We had a couple of young girls. You might remember Lyndall, who did Ageless, and she's got 3 young children, and she did choose to put that time into herself. And I think what happened for those women that did decide is their children were like, I'm so proud of you, Mum. Like, they were actually helping Mum rather than, what about me? They were actually excited and
They are. My kids are doing that now. They're going, Mum, wow.
Yeah, that's so cool, isn't it? So
it is cool. Yeah, it is. Yeah.
So now that you have found time, so for everyone watching, Helen did Ageless the first time, and then Helen decided to continue the journey with the 12-week lean body system. So all up, Helen, how much weight have you lost?
So 11.8 kilos.
Oh, yeah. See, I had no idea, girls. So that was a surprise to me as well. I had not.
And I've lost tons of centimeters. I wrote it down here somewhere. Where did I do? I have lost. Oh, I didn't add them all up, but I've lost, like, when I first started, I have lost about 13 kilos, 13 centimeters in a good lot of parts. So
fantastic.
It's just for, like, the centimeters, I find the scales don't move as fast as the centimeters do, but which I think is good though, because you're doing it slowly, so it's going to stay off, and then the centimeters just fall off. So yeah.
And so
it's been
the reason that that happens, just for your information, is because we always exercise with our eating programs. We're building lean muscle mass. So we're climbing back up the mountain in regard to slowing down aging. And a young person always has much more muscle mass than an older person, but muscle weighs a lot more than fat. So we're losing our body fat, but we're gaining our lean muscle, which is speeding up our metabolism. So that's why the scale doesn't look as exciting.
Right.
Because if I had you not exercising, you probably on the scale would probably have lost 14 kilos. But it's better off to exercise because you've got your muscle tone, you've got your metabolism, and you've got that better body shape because you've downed the composition. Like the body composition is less fat, more tone. So that's a really good place to be. So if you think of a steak, you've got more red meat and less marbling than if you were in the beginning, it would have maybe been more marbling and less meat, if you know what I mean, more fat, less meat. So that's actually a really positive thing, that you lose slowly because it's sustainable and you are becoming younger in your body in the way that it's functioning. So that's really positive as well. Yeah, so that's really good, Helen. Congratulations. That's fantastic.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited. And I've gone from like a size 18 down to a size 12. So
My goodness.
that's very exciting. So yeah.
Yeah, and tell me, what are been the benefits beside the weight loss, as far as, is it energy, is it self-confidence? What have you experienced from being able?
Okay, I've gained so much more self-confidence. I've got tons more energy, and I just can move better. You know, I'm not huffing and puffing just going up the stairs, you know. So it's, yeah. And actually we went to Wagga for Easter and we did the 7.7k walk, my husband and I. Well, he was huffing and puffing and I was thinking, I just wanted to burst into a sprint, you know. I just wanted to run this track because I really felt I had so much energy. I could have done it, you know. Never done that in my life, but you know. And I thought, wow, that's when I really noticed I had really gained in I don't know, aerobic, you know, capacity as well. So I just thought, wow, I'm getting fitter. So yeah, so that was very, I didn't realize until we got there for that walk, and then yeah, it was quite amazing.
Showed, doesn't it? You've got 7 grown-up children, so it's never too late, is it?
Oh, never ever. I wish I'd done this 10 years ago, but because I think it may have been easier. But no, it's not too late. And I think I got great encouragement from the women on your program saying, you know, just keep going and it's never too late. And yes, you will mess up, but you just pick up. And I used to love Mondays. Yep, let's go again.
That's what I always say. Reset day, let's go again. And you're so right. And because we're also individual in our journey, because we are all our bodies are all acting different in our age group, because some of us have got our hormones working for us, some of us have got it working against us, and we're on medications and chronic disease, and all those different things come into play. So it's not like we're all going to achieve the same things all at once. So you can have those days where you just need a little bit of support online to put it through, because it's like, oh, I've tried so hard this week and I haven't got the result I was after. But then next week you go, gee, that worked. So yeah. It's great. Well, I just want to say congratulations. You are an inspiring mum, Helen, because to be able to be such a mother of 7 children and be able to look after your health and fitness, I just take my hat off to you. So thank you for being a part of it. Wonderful.
Thank you.
Is there anything I haven't asked you that you'd like to share before I finish?
No, I don't think. I just think, you know, just go and do it. This is what people need to do. And, you know, I think it's great. And it becomes a habit, doesn't it? I think the more I've done, so doing 2 programs, my mindset now is, yes, no, we don't buy that. We just buy this. And this is what I'm cooking, and everyone's getting used to it here. So
I think you're right. I think it's like a practice, and then it's acceptance of, you know, like I was a sugar addict, as we all know, and it's like acceptance that I just no longer eat that stuff because it's poison to my body, and it's acceptance. It's not like, poor me, I wish I could. It's just, and I think we are able to do that because we are mature women, and it makes it so much easier. But you're so right. It's that practice, reset Monday. And one of our ladies, Karen's actually done, she's done, well, you've done ageless in 12 weeks. She's done 12-week ageless 12 weeks. So she's done 30 weeks. And she said exactly the same. It's just every 12 weeks just instills it even more. So
yeah,
so,
it does. It does. Yeah.
Oh, that's wonderful. Well, thanks so much for joining me. And
thank you for having me
on our next Ageless program, girls. So she'll be able to share her words of wisdom with you.
I hope.
Definitely, for sure. So thanks. And I'll get you to stay on, and I'm just going to press pause. So thanks, Helen.
Okay. Thanks, Dana.